In addition to anti-malware protection, Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud contains control components that restrict actions harmful to the computers or the company in general. Device control brings the use of various devices to conformity with the company policy. Web control limits access to websites depending on their content. You can also block addresses by masks. Kaspersky Endpoint Security for Windows can not only find and block threats, but also control user actions. Specifically, Kaspersky Endpoint Security for Windows can block attempts to connect various devices to the computer, for example, removable drives, modems, printers, etc. Companies usually prohibit connecting removable drives. First, removable drives often contain malware. Second, removable drives are hard to control. It makes sense to prohibit removable drives to improve overall protection level and to protect confidential data from leakage. Sometimes, company management who is afraid of data leakage can prohibit not only external media, but also external printers, scanners, cameras, modems, network adapters, and other devices. Device control helps to implement an organizational prohibition. Device control settings are located in the Management Settings section of a security profile. Click the Settings button in the Controlled Devices Categories area to consult the list of device types that can be prohibited. All devices are allowed by default. To prohibit a class of devices, for example, removable drives, switch action from Allow to Block and save the changes. Device control is disabled by default. Enable it and save the changes. As soon as the computers download and apply the profile, the users will not be able to use the prohibited devices anymore. When the end user tries to connect a prohibited device, Kaspersky Endpoint Security will block it and display a notification message. The user may click the Request Access link in the Kaspersky Endpoint Security message and ask the workspace administrator to allow the device. A blocked device remains visible on the list of connected devices, but if the user tries to access it, a warning will be shown. However effective prohibiting removable drives may be, sometimes this solution can turn out to be clumsy. The administrator may have a USB flash drive with special utilities, or the company's head may decide that his personal removable drive must not be blocked. To avoid blocking specific removable drives, or other devices, make them trusted. To make a device trusted, find out its device ID. The easiest way is to allow Kaspersky Endpoint Security for Windows to block the device, find the blocking event and copy the device ID from it. If the user has sent a request using the Request Access link, it will also contain the device ID. With the device ID, you can go to the device control settings. Click the Settings button in the Exclusion from Device Control area to consult the list of trusted devices. Click the +Add button to create a trusted device. If you no longer trust a device, you can delete it from the list. Do not forget to select the device type in the properties. If in doubt, consult the blocking event from which you've copied the device ID. Then paste the device ID to the mask field. If you need to add several devices that have similar identifiers, for example, differ only in 1 or 2 digits, you can use a mask or wildcards. Add a comment and specify who owns the device and why you trust it. If the employee leaves the company at a later time, you can easily find and remove the device from trusted. When specific removable device is trusted, you can get access to it, even when all the other removable devices will be blocked. You can use Kaspersky Endpoint Security Cloud to prohibit the users from visiting websites of some categories. The company management may decide to prohibit some websites. For example, social networks, online shopping, news, or job search. You can configure this in a security profile for Windows. Web control can also block banners to decrease traffic, speed up downloading of web pages and make web surfing more comfortable for the employees. Protection will also improve, because malware can be spread via banners. You can further improve protection if you prohibit downloading executable files and archives from the Internet. The web control settings can be found in the Management Settings section of a security profile for Windows. Web control is disabled by default. To open the list of allow and block rules, click the Settings button in the Website Access Rules area. You can block specific websites, website categories, and file types, or vice versa, allow only the specified websites or website categories. For some companies, the Block All Websites mode would be useful. For example, web browsing should not be allowed on a computer that is a cash register. To prohibit social networks, executable files or banners, click the Add button and create a new rule. Rules can be enabled or disabled, moved up and down, edited and deleted. First, specify the name of the rule you are creating. Second, to prohibit a category of websites, click the Settings button in the Content Categories area. To prohibit a particular website or group of sites using URL masks, click the Settings button in the Add Web Address area. To prohibit file types, for example, archives or movies, click Settings in the Filter Content area. Select the category you wish to prohibit access. Select what the rule is to do: block access, allow, or warn the user that this website is undesired. If the rule only warns, the users will be able to open the websites, but the respective event will be sent to the workspace every time such a page is visited. Save the changes. If the user tries to open a prohibited website over HTTPS protocol, the browser will simply inform the user that the website is inaccessible.